Now, from across the Tri-States, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, this is the Monday of Thanksgiving week, and around here, this means it's a holiday in its own right. The first night of high school basketball, and what a kickoff to a non-stop slate of winter fun. We start tonight at Vauxhall Gymnasium, the Saki Turkey Tournament. We'll start you off with the venerable Pat Rafferty and Western taking on Payson Seymour. Early on, it was the Gage Klitz show, playing defense like no one else. Had 7 blocks in the first half. That one led to a run-out bucket for Hunter Flessner. More from Gage Klitz right here. He'll not only swat shots, he'll bag your groceries for you if you ask him real nice as well. Talented kid, and speaking of talent, Cody Hildebrand, your KHQA preseason player of the year, making his presence felt early in this one. He got plenty of help, though, in the scoring department. Dalton Edwards with a great take right here, going coast to coast to get things done. Then Tanner Stout, who had a couple of nice buckets in this game with a post-up move, pacing up 18 at this point. Western looking for anything to get into this ball game. Isaac Hively, I should say, from long distance dials up the 3. Just too much of Cody Hildebrand in this one. Finished his night with 28 points. He was a man possessed at times in the second half of this game as Western gets handed the defeat in game number 1, 71-37. Speaking of teams looking for an upset, how about the Macomb Bombers taking on heavily favored Alton Marquette? This first half turned out to be a shootout between this guy, Dion Lavender, who had himself a big first half with 21 points. In fact, gave his team a 12-point lead at one point. Blake Louderman, though, taken over. He had a really good first half as well. Had 17 in the first half, knocking down jumpers and getting his team back to within 15-9 at the end of the first quarter and to within 26-19 at the end of the half. Louderman doing the heavy lifting early. The rest of his teammates got into the act and provided some help right here. Damon Doyle right here doing some work with the outside jumper to tie this thing up for the first time. Then right here off the miss by DJ Williams. Great follow-up by Jacob Billiter, who plays the offensive boards really well. More to come up from Blake Louderman on this night. Finished with 29 points on the night. Great take for him. Macomb has the lead, and it's a lead they're not going to relinquish. Again, from the top of the key, Mr. Doyle dialing up a 3, getting the job done. DJ Williams with a big take. Every time Alton Marquette tried to answer back, Macomb fashioned an answer and pulls off the upset victory tonight over Alton Marquette. It was a close one, 50-49 is your final there. And on the late shift tonight, it was the host, Pittsfield Sakis, taking on Illini West in the marquee game of the night. And early in this one, big run from the Sakis right out of the gate on their home floor. An 11-0 run to be exact. Wade Smith helping to spur that off with both the take and the jump shot from just inside the 3-point arc right here. Got plenty of help in this one from Eli Petty, who had 7 first quarter points as well. Petty with a nice jumper. 11-0 run to start this game. Illini West finally got things going late. Slow start, but the 3 start falling. Jacob Douglas from the outside knocks down a 3. Unfortunately for the Chargers, the Sakis would answer at every turn. More from Eli Petty on the post move. Briar Grotz tries to answer back. Just too much tonight of the Pittsfield Sakis as they beat Illini West 64-47. Other tournament action, we take you to New Berlin. Final score in that one, it sees West Central a big-time winner over the host Pretzel. 61-38 was your final in that ball game. Let's talk Missouri action tonight. First ever Hannibal Turkey Tournament on the night shift tonight. Hannibal versus Knox County early on in this one. Oh, look at this right here. Ryan Strange working hard and working the baseline. Great take for him, but Hannibal would answer as well. Counterpunching behind the football star. Mitch Nichols with the larceny and the layup at the other end. Dion Williams up ahead to Trayvon Jones for the lay-in as well. The Pirates finding some nice offense early on in Mark Thomas's coaching debut. More to come in this one. It's Jones to Nichols to Daniel Foey with the nice take right there as well. Royce Poor, though, you know he's good. He beats the buzzer right here for 3. Big night for Mr. Poor, as always. Brady Johnson with the up and under move as well. Knox County and Hannibal would go back and forth throughout the night in this one, including the huge efforts here from Ryan Strange. But too much Hannibal down the stretch, as you will see Trayvon Jones doing it again. Pretty move for him. Hannibal ends up with the victory tonight. A wonderful debut for Mark Thomas. 79-72 was your final. Some scores from the boys' side of things tonight. The Marion County boys open impressively on the road at Brashear. No surprise there. 81-46 was your final as Reed Plunkett and company get the job done there. And the Mark Twain boys, winners over Van Far. 56-41 was your final. We had girls action as well tonight. We'll get to that right now. Let's take a look at the girls' highlights, if we can, for you. Brown County taking on Griggsville Perry. The Vanessa Markert show, as you would expect. the future Bradley star, knocking down jumpers from inside, outside, and everywhere in this game. She's even a very good distributor for a 5. Look at the nice post pass right here inside to Nicole Bowen, who knocks down the jumper. Big night, as I mentioned, for Vanessa Markert. Love watching her play. Multi-talented young lady who had 24 points tonight. She was the absolute deal for Brown County as the Lady Hornets get the big-time victory over Griggsville Perry. 54-25 was your final. Let's do some college scores now, if we could, for you. Or let's actually do some more high school scores for you. On the girls' side, we can tell you that Van Far lost to Mark Twain 45-22. Mackenzie Grossman, monster night, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 8 blocks, 5 steals. That's a wonderful, wonderful line for her on the night. Also, we've got more Missouri scores for you. The Marion County girls shut down Brashear, win 46-17 was your final in that ball game. More scores for you. Beardstown over in Illinois, a loser to Abingdon Avon, 56-31. The Liberty girls jump all over Triopia, 52-28. Another big night for Madeline Heyer, who had a double-double on the evening. And Rushville Industry improves to 4-0 on the season. Allison Collins leading the way with 14 points in that one. Zach Royer's crew doing great work right now, as you can see. And the Unity Lady Mustangs a winner as well to improve to 2-0 on the season. Maggie Bowles leading the charge there with 13 points. We've got some college scores, as I mentioned, to pass along to you as well tonight. Let's start off with the Western Illinois women playing on the early shift this morning despite the heroics of Ashley Luke. It was a loss for the the WIU women. 29-14 was your final there. The Culver Stockton women also having a tough go of it tonight against Mount Mercy, losing that game by the final count of 73-45. That's all we've got, but a busy week ahead. Plenty of good stuff. And wait, we've got a men's score for you as Hope International beat HLG, as you can see, lopsided fashion. Plenty more basketball tournament action throughout the Tri-States all throughout the week. It's a wonderful week to be alive.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris.